Carter, and Merc back with another video. And I'm saying back, we've never made a video, but today we're going to be talking about the top Pokemon that should and some that may be being added to Pokemon Unite. These are Pokemon that there's some evidence that it could very well be possible that they could be.
Or it's just a very popular line
And
that
that would
fill a needed spot, such as ranged attacker.
There's not many of those.
No. Physical attacker.
Yeah, physical attackers. So
Sorry.
let's just go ahead and get straight into it. We are going to each go back and forth with our ideas about what we should do.
Okay, to start this off, we're going with Weavile. It's a very popular Pokemon who has a very diverse moveset, very interesting type combination.
Now, there's also some evidence that this could be being added to the game.
So, recently, the Pokemon Company introduced the Razor Claw into Pokemon Unite. And for those of you who don't know, in Gen 4, a Razor Claw was used to evolve Sneasel to Weavile during the night. Now, obviously, it's not necessary to evolve in this game or else that would be really bad. But, it could hint towards something like that.
And it would just fit a very needed role in the game.
As melee speedster. So while we do have some, it's not as common, like I believe Talonflame, melee speedster, but I mean Weavile would be a nice addition with a moveset like Night Slash and Icy Wind, that type of stuff.
And I feel like it could definitely compete with the current meta. So let's just go ahead and get straight to the next one. For me, I got Togekiss. There's been no evidence that Togekiss could be being added to the game, but this is just an idea that it would fit a very good role as a ranged support. Now, Togekiss is, it's an awesome launch from Togepi to Togetic to Togekiss. Obviously, baby Pokemon are not in the game, so it would just go Togetic to Togekiss. But I feel like it would fit a very good role as fairy types have not really been introduced into the game very much yet.
Other than Gardevoir and Alolan Ninetales, which is pretty much it.
Yeah.
And
so there's more of like water types and ice types in the game. Only one dragon type. But I feel like it would fit a very nice role as a ranged support just because there's only four support mons in the game. So I feel like it could fit a very needed role and would honestly just make a good line just since Togekiss is awesome.
And with a moveset like Air Slash and
Moonblast
or Healing Bell, something along those lines.
Or Dazzling Gleam, because that's already moved in the game.
Yeah, something like that. I'll be very versatile, able to sweep in there, heal its team up, and then get out, and even can get out of a bad situation with some good attacks.
And it could also make sense for it to know the move Sing as a fairy type, because Sing is a move that only, I believe, because I know Sing's not a fairy type move.
I don't know, it's not, I don't think Togekiss can learn that.
No, I'm not talking about in the main series games. I'm just saying it's a move that he could learn, because there's only one Pokemon in the game that can currently learn Sing, and that is
Jigglypuff.
The Igglybuff. Wigglytuff.
So next we have Dragonite. So speaking of which, what we just said, there is only one Dragon type mon in the game currently, and that's Garchomp, who is currently a D tier. Please, I main this guy. We need to tell the Pokemon Company to freaking
He actually got buffed a little bit. He's not B tier.
buff him to where he evolves at level 4. Okay, it takes forever to evolve him.
Fair enough.
Okay, so let's go into Dragonite. Dragonite being a ranged all-rounder, he's like every pseudo-legendary. He's got great stats that can really support an all-rounder type. And with a moveset like Hyper Beam or Hurricane, he can easily move the enemy away or just go for like an Oko almost and destroy them just like Solar Beam does if you somehow fall into that. And also it's very popular mon. Most Gen 1 characters are. That's why we got so many in games such as Slowbro, Charizard, Pikachu, Wigglytuff. There's so many. Venusaur, Blastoise.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Merkel. Now, this is one that I definitely think could be possible. And honestly, I think this could very well come to the game. I'm almost like 50% sure this could very well come to the game, and that's Gyarados. Gyarados, we all know and love Gyarados. There's only one thing that is a setback for Gyarados.
Magikarp.
How would Magikarp work in Pokemon Unite? I don't know.
He
can't
could just
really learn-
splash his way until he gets to level 4. EXP share would be beautiful on him.
I feel like he should
And-
evolve at like level 2 to Gyarados.
Well, no, because Gyarados would be really overpowered. So I'd say
Well, no, 'cause
he evolves and then
because he'd be kind of like Zorora and Lucario. He'd be fully evolved, but not very strong.
True, yeah.
So he would need to evolve up. He would basically be a one stage, like he would basically just be like a one evolution because it'd be really easy to evolve him, but we still have to power him up in order for him to be viable late game.
What type is he?
Do you have Pokemon Go? Yes or no? Yes, I do have actually Pokemon Go.
Oh wow, we got some
We
people.
do have some people watching.
Hey, want to see this?
I feel so.
Yeah,
I feel very
Gyarados is a melee all rounder.
Yeah, we would have him as a melee all rounder, which I feel like, because I mean everyone knows and loves Gyarados. He's awesome, and he could fit a good role.
Yeah, good move like Aqua Tail would be very nice to kind of sweep away the competition.
Can I have your friend code? Yeah, sure. Can you grab your phone? Because I'm currently live streaming on my phone, but I can give you my friend code. Do you have yours?
We'll drop it at the end of the video because my phone's dead.
We can try to. I don't want to make this guy just stay.
I'll go get it now. You do Sceptile.
So next up we have Sceptile, and don't leave yet. Trust me, he's going to get the friend code for me to drop to you and anyone that's watching this video, which I bet no one else is. But just give me like 10 seconds. I'm just going to go over Sceptile real quick while he finds his phone. So Sceptile, a known and loved starter. He's awesome. And it's very possible that as at the role as a melee attacker, which we don't currently have many of, he could... We don't have any of. Well, yeah, melee.
I can't find my phone.
You actually don't. Now that I think about that. He could fit the role very well as the first one. And also, I feel like he could also carry the move Swords Dance to be introduced to the game. Which I feel like could be a very viable move to sharply raise your attack for a short amount of time. This dude lost his phone.
Again.
Dude, this guy lost his phone and had to get a new one.
It was
He
an
lost that one.
iPhone. Fuck.
Yeah, he had like an old Samsung, lost that. Or no, he had an old Samsung, so he upgraded to an iPhone, then he lost the iPhone, went back to the Samsung, and he just lost it again.
Okay.
I can call it.
So yeah, all right,
not
we'll
done
do that
live.
later. Okay, so
I'm sorry I can't drop you the friend code. What I'll do is after I'm done with
post
this
in the
video, I'll
comments.
post it in the comments. So just come back and like, you can either stay and watch the live stream, or you can come back in like an hour or two.
we'll be
no
done
hard
before
feelings.
that.
Yeah.
Before that.
Oh, the
Like
video's
20
gonna-
minutes.
About that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next one is Swampert. Another ranged attacker. And not ranged attacker. I misspoke. Ranged all rounder. We have a couple, one or two of those maybe. With a good move like Earthquake, which is I forgot what they call it. What do they
It
call
would be like a
an area.
yeah,
damaging move.
a
And they
vic-
can also
it'd be-
have a stun thing.
yeah, it'd be like a vicinity move. Like it
Mm-hmm.
would kind of damage anybody in the vicinity, creating a platform where anybody in the general vicinity would be damaged by the move for a certain amount of time.
And then Hydro Cannon could push enemies back, deal a ton of damage too. More just like a Garchomp type where he's just killing constant.
Or you could know a move like Surf or Hydro Pump.
Or Rock, no, not Rock Slide, sorry. Mud Bomb, I don't know, something
Or
along
Muddy
those
Water.
lines, yeah.
You know, Muddy Water could be I know Muddy Water hasn't been introduced in the game yet, but just an idea. It could be a move that like kind of slows down the person after it hits them for a decent amount of damage. Voice crack, let's go. Is that all you got for him?
Yeah, that's
All right, so I'm going to go on to my next one, which is going to be Crobat, who I have as a melee speedster. Crobat, honestly, a great evolutionary line.
Throughout the games, he's very quick, very pesky to deal with.
Always been decently viable for nearly any battle, and can deal with, like... He can fit the meta pretty well with his being
With a nice
melee.
cross poison,
Yeah.
and or like even Super Fang, which is a very nice move that just cuts down the enemy's HP in half.
Yeah.
Could be very, very good.
Yeah.
And then
Especially against-
wing attack is another good
and
one.
obviously Pokemon like Eldegoss, Snorlax,
Message
Mr. Rejected. Alright, well, certain Pokemon like Snorlax, Eldegoss, Wigglytuff, and Clefairy, which is coming soon, or Clefable, are going to have a ton of HP. So a move like Hyper Fang, being able to instantly cut in half no matter how much HP they have,
Be very meta.
would be a very viable move to help counter the meta and help Bring new Pokemon in. 'Cause right now the meta is just Lucario, Lucario, Lucario. And in case you didn't hear, Lucario. Play Lucario. If you don't have Lucario on your team, you're screwed. Hate to say it. Sorry, I dropped my paper. Give me a second.
Okay. Our next one, a very big fan favorite, Mewtwo.
Yes.
Mewtwo. Okay.
Mewtwo. Everyone knows and loves Mewtwo. He's gonna be added. We all know it. Don't deny it. You can't hide from it.
Okay. I put him as a ranged attacker. I know, like, some people would think of him as a ranged all-rounder, but I see him more as a
Mewtwo's
guy that can kill and score goals constantly.
In most situations, in certain games, he can be like a semi-glass cannon, depending on the game. So, like Pokemon Go, for example, he is quite the glass cannon. In the main series games, he's a decent amount of HP.
He's very well-rounded in the HP games.
He's very well-rounded in almost every way. That's why everyone knows and loves Mewtwo.
Yes.
But just for Pokemon Unite, he would be
a ranged attacker.
He would be a ranged attacker with moves like Psystrike,
Psychic, Confusion.
He could possibly learn Shadow Ball as well.
Shadow Ball is a good one, although I like to think more along the lines of Psycho Cut, something physical.
I'm thinking Psycho Cut too.
Decent bit of damage, have a slow cooldown or a fast cooldown that way.
And maybe something like Psychic that instead of like dropping like attack or defense, it could do something like increase your speed for a certain amount of time. Something like that.
Right.
So let's go on to the next one, which I'm thinking this is one that I would die to have in the game, and that's the Chandelure line from Litwick all the way up. Everyone knows and loves Chandelure. He's awesome. He looks awesome. He has a sick type combination, two of the coolest types in the game, Ghost and Fire. That is just sick.
Yes.
Everyone knows and loves Litwick. He could probably counter the meta
He could have a move like Shadow Sneak, which is very fast, has a very fast cooldown, and it doesn't do much damage, but it still hits it.
I really like Litwick. As a ranged speedster,
and then
he could definitely...
Ranged speedster. Definitely, it's like he just goes in, or not even goes in really because he's ranged. So he'll just circle around the opponent's attacking from behind. Now, he's not really like a killer, but he's definitely more...
No, but as a speedster, he definitely
chips off damage and gets away with it.
Yeah, he basically is. He's a Pokemon kind of like Mr. Mime, you would burst damage and then kind of fold. Mr. Mime's a heavy glass cannon. The meta right now is kind of bursting, folding, recovering, and coming back. So I feel like he would kind of fit the meta in the game in general very, very well. And everyone knows and loves him. It's Chandelure. Who doesn't love him, right? He could be a quicker evolutionary line than Garchomp, definitely. Garchomp takes 3 to 5 business days to evolve. Someone had to say it. But honestly, just a quick side note. I know we are just two random high school kids making a Pokemon video. And everyone...
I'm trying to figure out...
Is your phone in your bag? Because I can feel my chair vibrating.
Wait, why can't I get... Okay, never mind. Screw it.
Sorry, I'm sorry, we got distracted. So obviously we're just two random high school kids making a Pokemon video, but if somehow Niantic is watching this...
Niantic doesn't make Pokemon Unite. They make Pokemon Go. It would be the Pokemon Company.
My bad. The Pokemon Company.
Yeah.
Please make Garchomp evolve faster.
A good move like Shadow Ball and Flamethrower would be very good for Chandelure.
Now we're going to take a quick cookie break. Which we're not going to show the brand. These are non-branded cookies in a red box. There's no brand on the cookies.
Totally not Chips Ahoy.
Just shut up. Who's going to copyright these two fools making a Pokemon video? Please don't prove me wrong. I was just playing. I know you would do it. Oh my God, I love you. Look at me here. I love you. We have one viewer. I love you, man. Thank you. If you would like a non-branded cookie in a box, just let me know. Alright, back to what I was saying.
Okay, I don't have enough to buy up, so... Okay, so next one. Actually, I'm gonna save that one for last.
You said okay.
It's the Evolutions. Bit more explaining. So Haxorus. Probably my second favorite Pokemon. Behind Frostlass. Melee attacker. Easy combination. Just like even more of a killer than Garchomp. With a great move like Dragon Dance that can increase speed and attack. Like Shell Smash without the defense drops. Dragon Dance, and even like maybe Dragon Tail or Dragon Claw, something like that. Just to kill the competition. Like this guy might be even able to take out like a Wigglytuff or a Blissey or a Snorlax solo, which would be very good since those are some particularly annoying mons to deal with.
But I must say that would kind of kill the meta a little bit. But some things that people don't
But you
take.
could also make him a glass cannon.
You could,
have him
but
give no defense.
some things that people don't take into consideration is they say, "Oh,
That's
what?"
I'm saying.
Kind of like what Mr. Mark 19 over here is saying. If you say something like, "Oh, he could kill a Blissey," if you say that would be too overpowered, you making the Blissey being able to kill that Pokemon makes him overpowered. So it kind of has to be an even trade-off. Two Pokemon going up against each other, exchanging DPS, should be a pretty close matchup, depending on who gets more shots off.
Wigglytuff versus Haxorus would be great.
That would be a good matchup.
Okay.
Although, honestly, in my opinion, in that scenario, I think the Haxorus would still win, because Wigglytuff is not an attacker. So, you know what? Honestly, I'm kind of curious. What does this button do?
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, that looks cool. Look at that. Dude, I like the way that looks. I changed it.
Okay, so you got.
Do you like that?
Yo, how's that look? Sorry, we're editing with some. We're playing with some filters right now.
New bubbles. Oh, this is it. That's one we're using.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't want it in the live stream. What is this one? I'm sorry, this is so unprofessional. We're just messing around with this.
Okay, let's do that. All right, let's go.
No. No, we're gonna keep it on beam. Okay.
Okay.
That's what we were saying.
Okay. So your turn.
Okay.
You're up next.
So next after the Chandelure, we have Mamoswine. Now Mamoswine could be a melee defender. Now let me
didn't add much defenders.
let me break this down real quick. We only have in the game. There's only
4 defenders.
There's only. Let me just tell you of how many of each type there are. Since there's multiple types and not an insane amount of mons, there's only a certain amount of each type.
There are
Like
4
there's-
supporters, 4 all-rounders,
6
7
attack-
attackers, 4 defenders, and 3 speedsters. And before they added Blastoise, there was only 3 defenders.
And Blastoise is really new. And he's S tier, by the way. Get yourself a Blastoise.
Yes. So definitely,
I feel like
that's
he
why we
could
have
be
lot
a
of
good
speedsters on
melee defender. I feel like he would make a good role. Mamoswine is an awesome evolutionary line.
Another one that can use Earthquake, which is a great move in any game.
Absolutely.
And maybe a move like Avalanche.
Yes,
or
Avalanche would be an awesome move.
Blizzard.
Yes.
To get nice
Like, it just-
besides Earthquake.
It just seems like one of those Pokemon that I feel like could very well be possible.
Definitely matter. Okay, so next up we have Dragapult. Are you playing Pokemon Unite?
Yes,
Oh
we are.
yes, we currently
We-
are.
we
We're
have
not
it-
playing an actual
Yeah, we have
game.
one. We have it on.
We're gonna record some footage. To
I just forgot how to
post-
speak. We have it up on the TV right now, which is above the camera.
Yeah, we're.
Hey, by the way, do you like our microphone? We're not getting too close because I turned it up like really high. So if I get too close, sometimes it becomes really loud. But I didn't mean to give you some ASMR. I was just asking if you like the mic.
We can let you join our clan.
Yeah. You can join our Pokemon Unite clan if you want.
We can pull that up. Okay. The code. Wait, start the code.
Drop the code.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember the code.
It's-
Okay, here we go. 8, capital E, capital N, 8, capital E, capital Y, capital G, capital M. Say okay if you got all that. We'll wait till
He might not even have Pokemon Unite.
Well,
He's just.
he could. You can get on the phone now. You can.
Sorry, I can't join. I do not. Hey, no worries, man.
You can get
Hey,
on your iPhone.
Yeah,
or
they actually just
even
dropped.
Android.
They just dropped the game on mobile
Like
yesterday. But honestly, if you're questioning whether or not you should get it,
We'll put the group code down in the comments as well.
yeah, just in case you want to join. But let's just get back into the video. So what were you saying about
so
Dragapult?
A melee feat. So like most dragon types,
I think there's only 1 or 2 of those in the game right now.
like most dragon types, it's gonna be look. There's only 2. It's gonna be melee since it's a very physical type attacker, but it also could have a very high special attack. We just decide
I know it's good.
to put
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's
in
cool.
a
It
melee.
does take up a good bit of space, I must say.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sorry. So Dragapult melee feats are he could have a nice moveset like Poltergeist, Dragon Pulse. Actually, no, we're making him range speedster.
Real quick, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. We really do appreciate you. We probably still wouldn't be doing this if you weren't here right now, my boy. No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that so you have to stay. You can still go because it's probably gonna get uploaded to YouTube later. But
Yeah, so range speedster we're changing.
did you see that, bro? Look at this. We got it all set up. We got matching cups too, just for the professional look.
Okay, so range feature Poltergeist, Dragon Pulse, maybe even Draco Meteor, which is a very powerful move.
But it
had to have some kind of nerf.
It would slow you down for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. And
Like you're in
which
a
would not
speed
be
flux
very
zone.
good on speed. So
Yeah,
I'd say Dragon Pulse.
like you're in
would
a
be the
speed flux
superior
zone.
move. And then excuse me, a move also like maybe Shadow Force, which was previously only available to Giratina, but I mean, we made decisions. We were like, hey, should we put Giratina on the list? Be a very cool Ghost Dragon type, but then we decided, nah, it's one of the big Dragon legendaries. We feel like too big if you understand what I mean.
He would kind of dominate the map, like in size. Not that he would be meta or he'd be really good, but in size he would take up a lot of space.
It'd be weird.
Kind of like how whenever you see like a
Unnatural.
Charizard going around, yeah, it would look very unnatural to the game style. It's almost like kind of when you see a Charizard, because Charizard's pretty big. He's one of the bigger ones, but is that it for Dragon Ball?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, coming up next, we have a very good one that could very well come, and I honestly wouldn't hesitate to say it may very well come, and that is the Scizor line. Scyther to Scizor.
This one has a very high chance.
Yeah.
Scyther is very popular.
Scyther is very popular, very relevant.
Scizor is even more popular.
Yeah, and very loved by the community. He's very meta relevant in literally everything. He's good in Pokemon Go. He's good in like all the main series games mostly.
Except for his 4 times weakness to fire.
Yeah, we don't like that.
But
we don't talk about that.
Because weaknesses don't exist in this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we would put him at a melee all-rounder. All-rounder because he's steel type, which typically has a high defense. He also has an extremely high attack, and we think with a move like Sword Stance or Quiver Dance, some kind of buff move to buff his attack will be real nice with a Bullet Punch, which is a very classic move for Scizor. Next on the list, we have Miss Magius, another one of my personal favorites. I like ghost type Pokemon.
He's a little bit biased.
Range Speedster. Okay, so this one it's pure ghost type. It would be more like a get in, get out type, kind of like what they wanted for Talonflame.
And kind of like how Mr. Mime is.
Yeah, except without the support of Mr. Mime or necessarily the speed of Talonflame. Like maybe it could be a really good score. It could use a move like Ominous Wind or whatever, or even like Shadow Force or Phantom Force, where it could disappear and then reappear somewhere else. It'd be really cool Pokemon to use. Alright,
I completely agree with that, my boy. Next up, we have Aggron and the Aeron line to Lairon and Aggron. Now, the reason that we think that this would be good is because it's a melee defender, which, again, we don't have many of. I feel like a melee defender would be a...
we don't know if we have many of them. I'm not
I
checking
don't
it
remember.
yet.
I'm just saying
so
that. I still feel like... I know we've been saying this about everything, and we're only recommending Pokemon that could be meta relevant because it'd be dumb to add something like another Gardevoir, which would just kind of...
like Glade.
Burn forever. But I do actually feel Aggron could have some play in the meta, competing with Pokemon like Wigglytuff and Snorlax and what's his name? Eldegoss. He could definitely have some play. Definitely have a role in the meta. That is your 5th cookie.
Yeah.
No more cookies.
I'm fat.
No more cookies. No more.
So yeah, you could be one of the Pokemon that just like is a train almost, where you have like one of your attackers or speedsters or scorers getting like pounded by a Wigglytuff, a Garchomp, and a Cinderace. You could have Aggron come in there and steamroll them all, just maybe not win the battle, but just like stop them from killing your guys.
He could also be very good for escorting somebody to score and distracting someone so
Like
the
a
team can
very
score.
defensive, Pokemon with a lot of endurance.
Yeah,
and
but that's
defense.
more for support players. But defense and support kind of nearly share a role. They're pretty similar, except
So support, heals, defense.
yeah. But as a defender, it's very, very important that you're guarding your goal. Because like someone like a Snorlax, for example, as a defense, it's good for you to be able to have a decent amount of mobility so that you're able to move back to your goal in time for you to block, so that they don't score. But I think we each have one more, and that's gonna be it.
No, I have two more.
Okay, we each have.
Yeah, go.
I have one. He has two.
Okay, so Duskull. Duskull is a sorry, not Duskull, it's Dusknor. I'm confused. Dusknor and the Dusknor line, another solid ghost type. Sorry, there's a lot of ghost types. They only have one.
The reason we added so many ghost types because there's only one.
And we weren't saying all these had to be added. We were just saying like, hey, these would be some cool ones that they could add.
Yeah.
So Duskull would be a Dusknor, sorry, ranged defense. Dusknor is a very tanky Pokemon. As far as base stat totals go, he could have a very defensive moveset, then maybe that helps your teammates out, like a I don't know, like even Destiny Bomb, which would be really cool to see on a Pokemon. Where
Like a cookie.
if they die, they're the person who laid down the attacking shot. Maybe that should be a Unite move, to be honest. Destiny Bond, really could have the same type of moves as Miss Magnus,
they're only for, like-
Dragapult, and Chandelure.
Yeah, and as a Unite move, only for like 10 seconds, it should be where if you die, whoever kills you comes with you.
Yeah. So
Just so that, because Destiny Bomb would be very overpowered in a game like Pokemon Unite,
yeah.
because it's not a back and forth type game, where like you can take a break and heal up while they're using Destiny Bond. You're kind of always going at it.
Yeah.
So using Destiny Bond would be overpowered as a move or an item, but
No, not an item. Yeah, just do.
well, no, that's what I
Unite.
said. It would be overpowered as an item. That's why it would only make sense as a Unite move.
Yeah, that would be a Destiny. No, it's the item. Okay, so alright, next, Carter. What's your last one?
My last Pokemon is Altaria. Still, I'm eating a cookie.
Okay, Altaria is a range support. If you notice that there's a lack of support in this video, you are completely correct, because there are not many famous Pokemon that could fill the support role. And we thought of Altaria saying that could be an all-rounder, but let's put support because
I told y'all he should have put Tyranitar, but he didn't do it.
we already had too many melee attacks.
I like Tyranitar. Alright, whatever, for real.
So
Swablu would be decent early game just because he's
it
not.
would basically be like another Alolan Ninetales, essentially.
Basically.
Where it evolves quick, is very good early game.
Except he would be mad
and kind of
tanky.
dwindles down late game.
Now he would have a move set of mostly like Dazzling Gleam.
No, not Dazzling. Like Dazzling
Well, yeah,
Gleam.
no Dazzling Gleam because that's the same move that what's his name can learn.
Wigglytuff. Oh no, not Wigglytuff.
No,
Alolan Ninetales.
yeah, Alolan Ninetales, and it would make sense because even though Alolan Ninetales is an attacker, it would make sense as Altaria because he wouldn't have as much mobility. So the only thing that would make sense for him to have a strong attacking move like that is in order to be a supporter, you have to be able to support. So in order to support your team and clear the way for your team to score, you need to be able to do at least a little bit of damage. And your second move would probably be something else, not an attacking move. Probably like Dragon Rush maybe, which would kind of make sense. Because he's a dragon type move, and he would need at least a little bit of mobility, even though he's a supporter. So, although that build would kind of make him more like an attacker. But he would know a different moveset than that. That's just an example. All right, Merc. So what's our last one?
So we're gonna do an honorable mention while I go to the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna do our last one.
All right, as an honorable mention. Y'all saw me throw that paper? It landed. Look at that. Wait. Look, it landed. Look at that. It freaking landed. It's kind of crazy. Okay. So when Merc is using the restroom, we're going to do an honorable mention. The honorable mention that we're going to be kind of giving a little shout out to, giving a little bit of acknowledgement Ditto. Ditto could be meta relevant because he could be any Pokemon that's the current meta. This would make him instantly S tier because any other Pokemon that's S tier, Ditto can just be them. Now, the reason that they would have to balance, the way they'd have to balance this out is a slight decrease in stats, most likely. But it would most likely copy, like the Ditto would probably know a different move other than just transform, like maybe like tackle or struggle or something, just so he can level up. So that when he transforms and takes the place of another Pokemon, he keeps his same level while gaining their base stats and moveset.
Here's what I think he should do. So his Unite move is Transform. He immediately starts off with it. And basically what he does is he transforms to any... We haven't decided whether it should be a Pokemon on your team. That way you could confuse the enemy. Like say, wait, oh no, this guy, like you see two Cinderaces on the map. Which one's Ditto? Which one's the real Cinderace?
Which one's Ditto?
He basically wouldn't have a Unite move. He wouldn't be able to take the Unite move of the Pokemon that he copies. But he would be able to take their movesets.
His Unite move, if he did charge up to one, would probably just be to transform back.
Yeah, it's to transform to like another person on the team, or we could do the enemy team where it's like, wait, they don't have a Greninja. Holy crap, we have a Greninja. It's a Ditto, that type of thing.
Yeah. So and now for the final Pokemon. This wasn't in any specific order, by the way. And finally,
okay. We have Eevee and the Eeveelutions.
Now this is gonna be a long one.
Okay.
So put your seatbelts on. It'll be like 5 seconds.
I had the idea that Eevee evolves into 8 different 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8.
And we're not gonna go over exactly each one. We're just gonna kind of talk through them real quick.
And depending, and like say when you get to like level 4, you get to choose one of them to evolve to, and then you start getting moves based on like that. Like if you choose Leafeon, you can get Razor Leaf and whatnot, and then
maybe
Flareon, you get Flamethrower, Ember, that type of stuff.
Now let's just hope you can't learn Petal Dance.
You won't.
Only the real ones know. Actually, because that would make Leafeon meta. We need some more meta. You know what? Teach a Petal Dance.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go over every moveset of every evolution. I'm just going to go over which evolution would get what and why. So, Vaporeon, ranged attacker. It's, actually, you know what? I might make it ranged.
I feel like Vaporeon.
Ranged defense.
Vaporeon is very tanky.
Yes. Very tanky Pokemon. So, ranged defense.
Yes,
it could have a nice move like, Hydro.
And maybe Scald.
Water spout and Scald, yes, something like that. Basically just a Pokemon that can kind of delay the enemy's offense enough to let your team score goals or recover HP.
Or possibly hold them back near the end of the game and just so they don't score. Or you can hold them back so that your team can run up and help you kill them because...
Or Zapdos, Dreadnought type of thing. Okay, the next one is Jolteon. Range speedster. Everyone saw this coming. It's basically like Zorora but ranged. He uses moves like Thunderbolt or Static Cling.
Except I almost think we should make like that Jolteon something different, just so we don't have 2 electric speedsters. Think about it.
No, he's definitely ranged.
Well, no, but then think about it this way.
It doesn't matter. You have like 80 billion fire type attackers in the game.
No, but the only reason I'm saying this is because, listen, if you have 2 electric type... What are they, physical?
No,
range.
Jolteon's range.
If you
Zorora's physical.
So if you have 2 electric type attackers... Speedsters, yeah. One of them's going to be better and the other one's just going to be forgotten.
Not necessarily. Because while it doesn't make much of a difference, ranged versus melee can... Depending on what your opponent chooses and what your team chooses, ranged versus melee could make a huge difference.
That's true. I'll read the next one.
No, I'm reading them all. Fine, you read, we'll alternate 2 and 2.
Alright. So, I'm going to be going over Flareon as a melee attacker.
No, it's not melee attacker.
That's what you wrote it as.
Melee defender.
Melee attacker. Nice one, Bozo.
Oh,
Rip Bozo.
I wrote defender. Never mind. Okay, yeah, I guess so.
He doesn't really miss.
He's a melee defender.
He is a melee defender. So Flareon is a melee defender. Flareon isn't as tanky as a Vaporeon, but could very well fit the role as another defender, as there's only 4 of them currently in the game, 3 before they added Blastoise. Just some more variety in the defender.
Flare Blitz could be a great move, which is it could give him a speed boost, and as well as it does a good bit of damage and attacks in a line.
A move like what's called that one move that Talonflame can learn?
Breaker? No. Flame Charge.
Flame Charge. Flame Charge would be a good move because it's good for mobility. It's good for getting around. Because as being a defender, you're not very fast. So having a mobility move would kind of help to balance you out, almost making you a bulky all-rounder while you're being a defender. So it definitely evens out and makes you pretty good.
Although he would probably receive some nerfs, destroying him, putting him in D tier, like
Garchomp
deserves to be in every game he's in.
I hate Flareon.
Okay.
Anyways, Espeon. Espeon is a ranged attacker. Everyone knows Psychic is a what's called
range type move. Special type move.
Yeah, that's not a special type move. And special is most usually ranged, and he could probably fit the. I mean, he could be a good attacker. I mean, we already have a lot of attackers in the game, but it's some more variety. And just remember this: something that could be really good is you can't see what the other team is picking. Whenever
you don't know
you're going
if they're
to the
going to
game.
go with an Espeon.
So
Eevee
listen,
would be extremely meta. I think
would,
he'd almost be broken to where they have to make him evolve at like level 6.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Let's say we're going into a game, okay? And they have a bunch of defenders on their team, and you chose Eevee. All right? You can compensate for that by choosing.
No one chooses. You can't even have a full team of defenders.
No, this is theoretical.
Okay. Yeah, no one would do that in the right mind.
Okay, let's just say there's a team of supporters and defenders.
No, attackers.
Merkel, let me talk. Freaking weirdo. Okay, let's just say they happen to have a lot of attackers. Bozo. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk because this gets a bozo. You can compensate for the other team's choices by being able to have multiple different things that Eevee can evolve into, and you don't have to choose that before the game starts. So you can compensate for their choice of a Pokemon by being able to evolve and change Pokemon mid-game.
Yes. Okay. And he could also move like Psychic Confusion.
We've been streaming for like 3 hours.
I'm just getting y'all the rundown on it. So next one we got Umbreon. Okay. Ranged attacker. Sorry. Actually, no. Espeon's a ranged all-rounder. I wrote it wrong. Yeah. Umbreon ranged attacker uses moves like Dark Pulse. Can't think of Foul Play, something like that. You know, just he wouldn't be a very meta Pokemon. Nasty Plot, maybe that to raise his special attacker could be. It's just it's a weird like wrench that you throw into the meta. Alright, now Leafeon. Melee.
Leafeon's gonna be meta.
Melee Speedster.
He's gonna learn Pedal Dance. He's gonna be
Pedal
meta.
Dance, Razor Leaf, that could be very good.
Solar Beam.
Especially with a Scope Lens, since Razor Leaf has a high critical hit ratio. Scope Lens on that thing, I mean, that would be very good. Very meta for a Leafeon. Probably S tier in my opinion. It has a great possibility.
We need more S tier mons. We only have like 2 or 3 right now, and that's basically just Eldegoss. Alrighty. So for the last 2, we have Glaceon.
Worst of the evolutions. It's a fact. But hey, it can still be meta in this.
Ice is my favorite type.
Nigga, it sucks.
Dude, you can't say that on YouTube video.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
We're gonna cut that out.
No, we're not. No one watched this far in the video, so it's fine. Okay, well.
That one guy's still there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, I missed.
Now, even though we all know Flareon's the worst of the evolutions, followed by Espeon, we're just gonna ignore what this idiot just said and just say Glaceon's one of the best. He doesn't have a good shiny though. As a ranged support, he could fit the meta pretty well. As a supporter who could learn some moves like Ice Beam and Avalanche, and possibly a move like Icy Wind, which can slow down the foe, which could.
Hello. We got a crazy girl busting into our room.
Hey, I'll be out in like 10 seconds. We gotta wrap this up. So Sylveon being a melee support, another physical attacking support character could fit the meta pretty well.
With play rough.
With play rough, and obviously Sylveon's a decently tanky Pokemon, being able to fit the meta pretty well, kind of like.
Training Kiss could be a good move where we gain some.
And possibly even sing, which would make him poggers.
This man's all about singing. Okay.
I like singing.
Well, thank you so much.
If you somehow watch all the way to the end, or you are still in the live stream, you are a real one, my G. Let me turn the mic down a little bit. That was up very high. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a blessed night. And I really appreciate you sticking through and hearing out my ideas. Bye. Hey, thank you so much for coming, man. I'm gonna leave my trainer code in the comments. See you later, my slime. Peace.